Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. Welcome to a new episode of today's Best Stock Picks. Hope you had a great weekend. It is Monday, October 19th, 2020, as we start rolling closer and closer to earnings seasons being in full swing. And just as importantly, the election. The presidential election seems to be the deservedly so hangover that's on the market right now, as well as probably the biggest topic right now, which is the stimulus talks. Nancy Pelosi has now given a 48-hour window for a agreement. Otherwise, they're pushing it out, negotiating until after the election. Ultimatums usually are not a very good thing, regardless of how you use them. But let's see if it's a catalyst for us to have some good trading. Really, that's the biggest thing for us right now. For you and I who are watching this video, do we get clarity on price action so that we can read the tape and make some trades with conviction? Right now, myself personally, I've been drilling it down a little bit further. A lot of people in the boot camp, a lot of people in the community have started to contract how long they're holding positions and trading for quicker cash flow right now, because that's the way the market is. Any one headline right now can shove the market violently in either direction. So we're trading for quicker profits, smaller share size, and some cash flow, not necessarily building longer term positions. We do have one stock that's in the news today that's pretty interesting, Pfizer, and some stories about a possible vaccine and when it could be available and when they're applying and that kind of stuff. But first, I want to introduce you to our new trading forum. I'm very excited about it. It's a free public forum open to everybody. I think it would be a great way for us to have some communication outside of these videos, for you to be a part of our community in a capacity where you're not quite behind the wall in the boot camp, but we could develop some friendships in there and help each other overcome obstacles in trading, pursuing trading goals. Click down below the video. You'll see the link and the invite. It's free. All you need to do is watch a short 90-second video and then click over and join. I'd love to see you in the community. It's called Top Trading Pros. Pretty excited about it. So we're going to head over to the screen. We're going to look at some opportunities. Earnings today. Halliburton scheduled pre-market and IBM is scheduled for after. So we're going to take a look at that later. And here we are as far as Pfizer. Look, I want to, you guys and girls can make your own determination on this. This is CNN. Pfizer may file early for COVID vaccine, but not until May. But, read that as your own. It's getting a lot of pre-market activity from when this was announced, maybe a day or two. I think it was Friday afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. And then you have another story in the Wall Street Journal. Could apply for emergency use of COVID by late November. So either way, both of these stories are saying not prior to the election. If you, depending on where you get your news, everybody's saying that a approved vaccine could be after the spring of next year. Let's hope not. Gosh, I'd like for the world to get back to normal, but use that information as you will. It could be a catalyst to start building a position. Look, we've been hearing about many different companies having the hand up. Futures are up right now. You can see here they're up 27. It's based on stimulus talk, as we started out today's video, as well as the China GDP growth. Look, I mean, if you look at the SPY and we look at the market, we had these three bullish gaps here. 1, 2, 3. We kind of paused a little bit. We had a gap down and reversed. And you can actually make a case here now that we're well bid and looking for another gap higher. It's pretty interesting. But I think the biggest thing, if you watch today's tape reading video that I put out for Stocks for Breakfast, you can tell very quickly that the market is just not in a mode right now where trade ideas are super clear. We are the opposite of super clear right now, which means you need to be smart as a trader. It means that you need to understand what the bigger picture and understand how that affects your conviction level, how that should affect how long you plan on being in the trade. And you can see this right here in the SPY. Bullish gap, bullish gap, bullish gap, selling, selling, bearish gap, and a bullish gap that's closed with selling, and now we're up again today. So it's anything but obvious right now. It is actually an active trader's paradise as far as a day trading perspective for the first few hours of the day, but then the market's kind of going sideways with lighter volume in the afternoon. So we're really doing an amazing job of being ready for the open, but we can't do anything about what happens later in the day. And it's just smart. I mean, think about it for yourself. Would you be taking massive conviction, massive positions right now ahead of so many differing major catalysts in the market, which is kind of why we're dropping back our time frame. So what we're looking for is really obvious trades right now that we can hop on and trade for cash flow. JKS has been the top of that list, which you can see now for almost 7 weeks. NEO had some good news last week. I believe it was the stock of the day last Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. $40 price target was put on it, and you can see that the stock is still well bid, so we're still looking to be long here. Zoom actually was a pretty good active trade. We were actually looking at 520 as the breakout level, so hopefully you watched a recent video and watched it pop through 520. Now it's sitting at all-time highs. Can you get involved now? Yes, you can, but it needs to be with less shares because you're getting involved after the stock has now rallied almost $80. So again, do I want to be long? Yes. Do I want to be long full share size here? No. So you got to lower that share size position and work it as it moves in your favor. WRK, Westrock actually finally broke out. I can give you an idea. This was the first breakout level. This was the second breakout level. Now, here's the problem. We have a few resistance levels here, but they're not really major resistance. So we have some nice room to go after that level once it gets through 45. So the swing trade here is to build a position up to 45 and over 45. Medtronics is another one. You can see here we were watching this breakout level. It popped, came back, and now closed near the highs at a new breakout level. Now, here's the interesting thing here. Because of the tendency of the market right now to have false breakouts, I'm actually looking to trade this stock tomorrow if it meets certain criteria today, which means that I want to see it do exactly this. I want to see the stock go well bid, higher highs, higher lows above this breakout level. Then tomorrow I'll be looking to enter a position. BEKE is a new stock that we put into our watch list about a month ago. And you can see why. Clean push, a pause, a clean push, a pause. And now we get some nice price action again. So this is more of a active trading stock where you're looking for a pause and then looking for a push, which kind of sounds obvious, right? But the stock has now rallied for 2 days after an inside day breakout. So you could be trading it into all-time highs, but very similar to Zoom, you don't want to do it with full share size because it's already advanced a couple of days what it normally does, the distance it normally travels. So in this case here, it'll be an active day trading stock and a swing trading stock that we're going to build a position, but not go in there with full size. FSLR, very clean rally here off of the September lows, and now we finally took out 80. And what's different about this one from some of the other ones we just looked at, it's actually paused around 80, 82 now for a week, and we are looking to initiate a new swing trade over 86. Caterpillar, believe it or not, has been a good day trading stock. It can be a little bit frustrating to swing trade, but you can see here now it's actually had a nice rally from 144 to 171. So the problem is now is where is the next level? And you can see that the next level's up here around 172. So there's not a lot of room to go in this trade right now. I personally like it better over 172. So I don't want to take risk. I don't want to allocate capital to a stock that's heading right into resistance. I personally see the stock where it hits levels and then sells off, hits levels and then sells off. Well, it's close to one of those levels. So what we want to see now is a pause right around 172 for a few days and then look for the next swing trade. Roku on a pullback. I love this stock. If this opens lower today, it looks like it's going to open a little bit higher. But what I'd love to see is a test of Friday's low, look for a spot to bid, and then look for a run at 240 again. If that doesn't happen, you could initiate a new trade outside of Friday's high, which that entry is, let's give you the exact number, 231.44, looking for new all-time highs, not looking for a retest of this. You're looking for it to break that. So I get some emails once in a while as well, that risk reward doesn't make sense. You know, this is not going to be our target. Up here is going to be our target. And TSM, which actually this, if you really look at it, this is a nice push and a pause. We got a nice flag back here. So again, we're looking for a new swing trade long here as well. So there's a lot to unwrap here today, but I can't stress this enough. One of the biggest mistakes that traders make is trade too actively when the conditions aren't perfect. So in this condition right now, we have the overhead of the stimulus or the overhead of the election. There's a lot going on right now. I think right now the purest stimulus we can have is earnings in an individual stock and a positive outcome for the stimulus package to be decided upon to give us a clean stimulus, no pun intended, a clean catalyst to see the market rally to all-time highs if that gets cleared up. And hopefully they take the politics out of it and do what's right for the country at this point. So got some good trades to break out today, but I want to be clear. We're lowering in the community. We're lowering our duration that we're holding trades. We're being hyper focused on some individual ideas that we really like, and we're trading them for cash flow, preserving precious capital, and then being a little bit more aggressive in some of those ideas that are super obvious, which is not a big section of the market. So focus, patience, and discipline, a big part of being successful right now. Hope to see you in the community. Definitely click down and like these videos and subscribe to the channel. That would really mean the world to me. And if you want to trade together, definitely learn about the bootcamp. I think you'd enjoy it. Have a great day.